The exercise that Yolanda is performing is called a dumbbell shoulder press. This exercise is important because it strengthens the deltoid right on top of the shoulder as well as the tricep on the back of the upper arm. It's also very important because we use our arms over our heads in terms of reaching for things in cabinets and such. Thus it's important that we strengthen those muscles as well as the muscles of the torso so that we can stabilize while we're reaching for things. Thank you. The shoulder press is actually an exercise that can cause shoulder problems. So if you feel any pain while you're doing this exercise, it's important that you consult a physician to get it checked out, as well as refrain from doing this exercise. We're going to look at how to perform the exercise, and I'm going to have Yolanda get herself in a position where the dumbbells come up so that her upper arm starts parallel to the floor. And in terms of the forearms, we want to try to get those as perpendicular to the floor as possible, with the wrists right in line with the forearms. From this position, Yolanda's going to press straight up overhead to the point where her arms almost fully extend without locking the elbows and not touching the dumbbells together, and then slowly come down. The abdominal muscles are going to be locked in nice and tight, and she's going to try and hold her back in that neutral position the whole time. Breathing on this exercise is done so that Yolanda's going to exhale as she pushes the dumbbells toward the ceiling and inhale on the way down. Thank you. Some things that we want to watch while performing this exercise are position, mainly starting position in terms of the back, so that the back remains in a neutral position without arching or flattening the low back into the pad. The upper arm position is also very important when we start, so that when you're in your starting position, you want to make sure that the upper arm starts parallel to the floor. As you drop in lower to this position, you're going to end up putting more stress on the shoulders, and thus you'll actually end up hurting the shoulders by doing this exercise. The forearm is going to try not to angle toward you as well as fall away from you so that you can keep stress off the elbows and the shoulder as well. So that 90-degree starting position is very important. As you press to the top of your range, what we want to try to do is keep stress on the deltoid muscle as long as possible by not touching our dumbbells. As you touch the dumbbells, you're going to let those deltoids relax, and thus you won't maximize the gains that you'll get from this specific exercise. When performing the exercise, what you want to try to do is 8 to 12 repetitions at 2 to 3 sets, meaning that Yolanda's going to do 8 to 12 repetitions or until she gets a nice fatigue in the muscle. After that point, she's going to stop, take a rest of between 30 seconds to 1 minute, and perform 2 or 3 other sets. So make sure you're doing this lift correctly so that you can keep your shoulders safe and strong.